Right, everybody, welcome along to the Legit Crypto Lounge, the place that connects real projects with real people. We really appreciate you joining us for today's AMA and hope to bring you some valuable insights for the next hour. Today, we're joined by the team behind AtEM. In terms of the program today, we'll meet the team and find out more about them and their background. We'll run through the project itself and find out what sets it apart from the competition. We'll have a chat about the tokenomics, run through the pre-sale structure and the launch details, and then see how this team plans to take the project long term. So Lucas, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself and the team, that'd be great.
Yeah, hey, it's great to be here. I appreciate you guys inviting us to the Crypto Lounge. My name's Lucas Joyner. I am one of the creators behind AtEM, which stands for Artist Bus Entertainment Metaverse. I come from long history of entertainment, band management, artist management. I work at the agency doing film and TV, sales of scripts and shopping around for financing and whatnot. So I was a vice president of a music distribution company for a while, and have uploaded a lot of music in my time and noticed a lot of gray area between aggregators and DSPs. So I kind of started coming up with some ideas to try to fill that needed void and new ways to monetize for artists. So I had some cool ideas. Quinn is actually a friend of mine from the music industry, and unbeknownst to me, he was in the gaming industry. So once we started talking about some stuff, we kind of just rolled out with what you now see, as AtEM. I mean, it's started in one direction, kind of went another way. Right now we're preparing to, for the app, to launch the app, just so everybody can get a better grasp on what it's going to do. And then we'll be back into dev mode for the utilities and everything.
Okay, great. And I understand there's other team members with you at the moment. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. I'm Quinn Anthony. I'm the developer of AtEM. In charge of creating the world and guidance on how it should look, along with Lucas is implementing a lot of Lucas's ideas. As Lucas stated before, I too come from the music industry. During my time in the music industry, I've always been working on developing. It started with 3D art and it evolved into gaming. Therefore, when Lucas and I started talking about our ideas, it was so perfect because we both had experience from the entertainment, and I had experience to implement the ideas that were missing from the entertainment. We decided to put it together like this because it's something that's unique, and with both of our experiences and a lot of who Lucas knows, a lot of what he's done and he's accomplished could set this thing apart. And so I'm really confident about everything.
Okay, nice. So how many members of the team do you have at the moment? How big is your team?
We have a tech department behind Quinn. That's kind of a long story, but we're using some people out of Georgia that'll back Quinn up on like the networking and everything once we get to that point. So I think Quinn, what is there, 10, 15 people there? And then there's myself, Quinn, Dallas, Austin, and a few other people in the actual, business side of it.
Okay. And how many of those are full-time in AtEM?
Right now, I mean, there's probably 4 of us that are working full-time, but it's about to get, probably triple that size here shortly. We're just kind of buttoning up a few things And once the app and the website and the white paper go live, then we're reverting back to finishing the rest of phase one and on to phase two. So it will get a lot quicker dev wise once we get out of this couple little launch phases here.
Okay, and so are you in this full time now, Lucas?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I do a lot of shit full time, bro. This is one of them, but yes, I'm in it full time. So is Quinn. I mean, Quinn does a lot of stuff full time too. But when you work in entertainment and film and TV and everything, I mean, full time. A normal full time job to a regular individual hasn't existed in my life in 15 years. So definitely full time AtEM right now.
Okay, great stuff. You mentioned about your background in things like music distribution stuff. When we look specifically at crypto, what experience do you have within crypto?
Not a ton, dude. I mean, I'm an avid investor, just like any normal person. I'm definitely not the crypto expert behind all this. We have a team of some guys that are on, that counsel us. This wasn't even supposed to go in this direction, to be honest with you, man. The crypto was going to be implemented into it at some point, but it kind of this thing kind of took a turn and started going that direction faster than it was supposed to. So that's been a little bit of the hold up why we haven't been able to move as fast as we wanted to on, launching the app and everything, because we're buttoning up some of these issues, and learning curves. But we have some very experienced people, dude. I'm not one of those guys that's going to launch some shit that's not ready or, has holes in it. So we kind of took a step back for a minute to revamp a few things. But I'm not the crypto guy by any means, dude. You need clubs or promotion or marketing or artists or ideas, all that. That's my fucking wheelhouse. I mean, I know a lot more than the average Joe, I would think, but I'm definitely not, one of you guys, not some crypto expert. I mean, the game's it's not necessary. It's not even a game. It's a service platform for, creating another monetized way for engagement for artists to get developed, find services to create, a better footprint in today's day and age, dude. I mean, social media is so buried with music and film and TV, and just you can't get anywhere with it. You have your reach is squashed by Instagram or Facebook. So that this we're trying to create something to where people can get inside of a genre and learn about the genre through bands like Onyx, King 810, everybody that we have already built into the platform. So there with DSPs, not paying out a lot of money for streams and everything. That's where I came into trying to figure out an alternate way to get these guys paid and make another monetized platform. So long story short, this was going to run initially off of advertisement, through branding and everything with, I have real tight, close ties to Viacom and like Monster Energy and stuff like that. So I was going to pretty much fund the world through advertisement placements, and we were going to go that direction, which is still something we're going to do here shortly. But that's how it initially was going to launch. It's completely private. There was going to be no open sector to it.
Okay, so initially you weren't going to have a token in place for it.
What's that?
Initially, you weren't going to have a token launch. It was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, there was going to be a token attached to it, dude, but it wasn't going to be launched as it is right now. Quinn and I decided, hey, this is a way better way to launch it as far as like fan engagement and community. So that's why we kind of fucking pulled the reins back and was like, all right, how do we implement this and implement it right? Because it's all about the community, dude, and creating engagement and having a new way for the fan to interact with an artist. So once it started taking a turn for this, we backed up and kind of slowed down a sec to learn about it. Because that's the most important thing, dude. Everybody that's here being a part of it and seeing the vision, which I know the vision is insane and most people can't even, comprehend, how they're going to create revenue inside of it if they're not an artist or if they're not an entertainer. But there's so much more to it, man. So
sorry, Lucas, can I just interrupt a second, mate? Could you just give us I feel a bit lost at a minute. Could you just give us a 10,000 foot overview of the project so that people first finding it here now get a general idea of what's going on?
Yeah, I got you, Lucas.
All right, cool. So
AtEM is a metaverse. So stands for the Artist Plus Entertainment Metaverse. If you look into it, AtEM is meta spelled backwards, actually. What it is a place, a world, a digital space. That's what a metaverse or is termed as right now, but a digital space online, meaning you can hook up with your friends, where you can live, work, play, and earn money. You can promote your brands because it's heavily focused around artists and entertainment. It's like Lucas was just saying, it's a platform for aspiring artists in entertainment to get eyes on their project, bypassing all of the other ways that they have to do now. For people who are not artists in entertainment, it allows them to make money in a world where they will have a chance to get, they'll have a chance to live and work and make games and experiences, I suppose, inside of AtEM. That will catch eyes because of the locations of where they're at. There's lots, it's so big, so many things to do. But as far as an overview, it's the place where you can live, work, make money, and play all in one.
Cool.
Is this an open world style metaverse that you created?
Yes.
Okay. And so where are you up to with the development of that at the moment?
We have a lot of screenshots and videos of what's been done so far. I think from a place where people can come in and enjoy themselves and see it to a point where it's ready, I would say is 6 to 8 months out. When I say ready, it's only going to be ready because it's going to be forever expanding. So
yeah, sure.
So that will be the time when it first is ready, 6 to 8 months.
And how long has it been in development up to now?
We've been in development for actual game development for 5 months. But before that, we were in a large planning phase, because something like this, when you get involved with music and entertainment and record deals and industries and labels and stuff, it takes a lot of planning on the front end. So we had done a few years of planning on the front end, and 5 bumps of game development got us to this point where we're able to, see our ideas come to play. So.
And we really took, hold on, I'll interrupt you for a second, Quinn. I mean, we really took a left turn to do the app because we were trying to give everybody a way to experience it and basically do a virtual white paper inside of a one-player experience. So everybody can download and go in and see, oh, cool, that's, I understand how if I have a project and I place it inside the Summit Arts building, I can connect it to the blockchain, and there can be donations to it for, end credits, or I can crowd fund, my album cover by having, Quinn Anthony design it, through AtEM. I mean, there's so many little Easter eggs that we're building into it, man. That's why we backed up, created the app, so we could give some people, hey man, here's a white paper, here's the tokenomics, here's everything inside of a little app and a little world that you can run around in, figure some shit out. You ask questions off of that. It's very hard to overview what's happening in screenshots or quick gameplay that Quinn's grabbing 4K graphics of. I mean, it's so the gameplay hasn't been taken away to do the app for right now. That's where we created a little bit of slowdown.
So the app itself, that's like a precursor to what's going to be created. It gives you an overview of what like the metaverse is going to look like. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah, and utilities inside of it. And really, man, like I said, we created it to kind of make an interactive, white paper and tokenomics and everything, so you can kind of just go in and it'll answer questions for you. There's engagement inside of it that Quinn's built into it that'll kind of show you like, hey, I'm a dude that is investing in this project, but I'm not an artist, I'm not an entertainer, I'm not a painter, I'm not doing movies, whatever, dude, I fucking work at Starbucks, But when you have a plot or store inside of AtEM, Quinn's built out some utilities that'll show you, hey, this is how other people engage, this is how you're earning a little bit of crypto, which a portion of that goes to yourself, a portion of that goes to the AtEM platform, and then a portion of that will go to the utility. So it'll explain a lot more once people can get in there and get user friendly with it.
And so when I was looking at your Telegram group, I understand that this app is going to be ready by the 7th of March. Is that correct?
Yeah, it'll be up the 7th on Quinn. What's the name of the?
So on the 7th, it will be live on itch.io initially. And in the coming days and weeks, it will go live on the iOS platform, the Android platform for mobile. So initially, it will be available for Mac and PC. And then soon, very, very soon after that, it'll be available for mobile.
Okay, and the actual screenshots and stuff that you've put on your Telegram to date, the ones that show like walkthroughs of the metaverse, are they actual screen shares from your metaverse, or are they examples of what it's likely to look like?
No, everything's built out. Everything that you see is what's there. So we've built it. All the assets there, these are like, you're not going to find them in asset stores or nothing like that. These are 100% unique assets. These are, everything you see built is built for AtEM by AtEM.
Okay, good to know. And how has it been funded up to now then?
We've had private investors help us along the way. I mean, mainly Quinn and Lucas. So, that's the, if you want to get down to it, we've raised some private funds, but I mean, this is shit I've been working on mentally for a while. So, I mean, we have assets to keep rolling, man. Like I said, this was never planned to be like a community launch. It's always planned to be private anyway. So it wasn't to this point.
So what happened with that then? Because did you say you wanted initially to partner up with agencies, with brands and stuff, for them to be able to fund and advertise? What happened with that?
Well, like I said, man, we just started getting kind of more into the community aspect. Having the community involved from the get-go is kind of a cool idea. You guys can see it grow, and from the smallest center of AtEM, which is my Summit Arts building, to as far out as we get it. I mean, I think it's a cool opportunity for people that are here early to get in, invest, buy a plot of land, open a club, whatever they however they feel that they can get engaged. I mean, think about it, dude. I mean, you have the opportunity to become a promoter, if you want to be. I mean, in real life, like I started life as a concert promoter, dude. So I mean, being a concert promoter, a real one, not some 50 cap 21 and over bar promoter, that is a hard feat to get a hold of. But if that's something you really want to be in your life, and now there is an opportunity to be able to go create a club inside of a planet that will, you can house virtual artists and real artists, not not, you know, local bands and stuff. So I mean, there's massive opportunity here. So I think that's why we just kind of pumped the brakes, and Coin and I were like, all right, let's make this a little bit more, you know, community oriented from the get-go. It's always about the community, but it wasn't, I was going to implement that kind of after we had got it to the point of, you know, operational. There was reasons why I wanted to do that, but yeah, I kind of backed up and changed my mind. So.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so looking at the actual metaverse itself, it is going to be music focused. Then, obviously, I presume that is what sets you apart. That's what you're focusing on.
I would hesitate to say just music. It's artists and entertainment. So all of artistry, including, like Lucas just said, you know, painters, game developers, dancers, artists and entertainers, movie stars, writers. That's where the focus is going to be on, the artist and entertainment.
Okay, and can you go into a bit more detail about the benefits of artists, entertainers coming on board, coming onto?
Yeah, I'll give you a really good
metaverse.
Sure, I'll give you a really good example. In the currently right now, there's a mall in the metaverse, and at the top of the mall, there's an arcade section. Right, the arcade section is built for aspiring game artists, aspiring game developers. If you have a game project, but you don't have a way to get eyes on your project, well, say you already are in AtEM, or you join AtEM for that reason, then you can get a lot of eyes because of the traffic that will be coming through on your project, which I think Lucas mentioned before, but it will allow people to crowdfund your different project. You have the ability to buy ads to drive more attention towards your project so that people can crowdfund it. It's just another platform to help get your art and entertainment out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense, definitely. Yeah. So, like, tokens launching what date?
Sorry, guys, I was sorry, my phone was muted. I couldn't get it off. So we have the pre-sale coming, we have the private sale coming up, which is on. So March 7th, we're releasing the app. March 7th, the website will be up. March 7th, white paper will be released as well. March 9th is the private sale, and that'll be we're just trying to raise 100 BNB, which is no issue. March 22nd will be the pre-sale to 500 BNB, a hard cap, and then March 23 it'll go public.
Could I just ask a quick question? Because you guys mentioned that you've invested in it personally.
Yeah.
Are you invested in it as token holders, or are you invested in it as owners of it? How are you going to be taking that money back?
I mean, I'm going to do, so like the tokenomics, there's 10% team tokens that'll vest, at a 0.5% a month, for people like Quinn and myself, or celebrities that we bring in that, we're feeding a little bit of that, but really we'll be able to recoup out of, advertising and things like that. I'm not really looking to recoup out of coins. It's not, Coin and I won't be giant whale holders inside of this thing. So
yeah, so the primary way you're going to get paid is through the utility of the project. Is that right?
Yeah, 100%, man. And it's not. Look, dude, it's not about getting paid. Honestly, like this is years of me thinking about how to create other ways for artists to get paid. I mean, because I'm a band manager, dude. I have bands that tour the fucking world and have done it for 15 years, and yet they still only make $20,000 a year on Spotify. And they're streaming, however many 7 million monthly listeners. I mean, it's just not frugal anymore for any sort of any sort of, streaming. So this was really thought about for, engagement buttons inside of the world. When you get inside of AtEM in your settings, you're gonna be able to sign up to your Spotify account inside your inside the planet. You'll be hooked to the API, so you'll be able to follow artists right directly inside of it. You'll be able to add the playlist right inside of it, and all those engagement buttons, quote unquote, will earn you AtEM token. So some of that token will go to the artist, some of that token will go to you, some of that token will go to AtEM. So you're creating, using that Spotify platform, you're actually creating a higher royalty rate for the artist by engaging through AtEM, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So as an artist, if you go and putting your, say, for example, your music out there and stuff, you make your money through the Spotify, and then you can also make money through users of the metaverse, say, listening, and how do they get tokens through that?
It's through engagement buttons, through utility buttons. So say I have inside of Summit Arts, say there's a poster of my music. I'll use Dallas Austin for an example. Say Dallas has got, like, we have some stuff coming out with D for TLC, like lyrics, from like waterfalls and stuff like that. So say there's an engagement button next to that image, follow on Spotify, add to Spotify playlist. Those engagement buttons are going to generate and mine the AtEM coin.
Okay.
So that AtEM coin that's mined is going to, obviously kick back to all users. So which will create revenue for the fan, which will create revenue for the artist, which will create revenue to keep AtEM going.
Yeah. Okay. And going back to the pre-sale, private sale, you're raising 100 BNB. Is there a discount off against launch price for that?
Yeah, that's 50. Of the private sale, it's 15%. It's 15% cheaper than on the pre-sale or public sale.
And is that vested, or is it?
No, not vested. Nope, just max of 1 BNB.
Okay, max 1
So
BNB.
we're keeping it real low to where nobody can, dump and change the graph too much.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good. And then pre-sale 500 BNB, is that discounted?
We lost you then, bud.
Sorry, yeah, we lost you.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm in a bad spot. No, the pre-sale is not discounted.
Okay, seems launch price. What have you had up to now? Have you had a private already?
Yeah, we've raised some private funds already. Yeah.
And they get a token allocation for those private funds.
Yeah, same thing, man. We just did the same cap, 1 BNB. We did some NFT stuff where people kind of got some vested NFTs. So like we had a couple people purchase land plots and a mansion and penthouse inside the world, but those will vest over time, so they resell them. So we kind of offered some people some early bird specials, I guess you want to say, so we did a few of those, and now we're just going to do the 100 BNB cap on a private sale. The land plots and mansions and everything are still available. They'll be up on the website when it launches for anybody to purchase.
Okay. And what platform are you using for the private and pre-sales?
Pre-sales will be on Pink Sale. And then we're buying. We'll be buying the tokens back as well.
The 2%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, how do people purchase the private allocation?
The private allocation will just be through a MetaMask wallet that's going to the company. Yeah, direct.
Direct. Okay. And are you guys KYC'd or doxed?
Yes. It's the contracts at Certex right now. Everything's docs. Monkey Shanty's the smart contract.
And you said it's with Certic at the minute.
Yes.
So is that already going through the process at the moment?
Yes, it's going through the process at the moment. It should be completed March 25th.
And is there a link to that via the Certic website?
There will be. Right now there is not, but there will be.
Yeah. So you guys are publicly doxxed?
What do you mean by publicly doxxed? I'm sorry, man, you're breaking up.
Are you guys publicly doxxed?
Yes.
So, like, what he's saying by that is, like, can I go and see who you are now myself, or are you KYC'd with someone else, or can I?
No. It's publicly doxxed.
Who did you do your KYC with as well? Was that Certic?
What's that, sir?
Who did you do your KYC with?
We got Quinn. We're waiting on a lot of that business stuff. Was all done through the gentleman that was supposed to be on the call with us as well, but it's too early in LA, man. So that's another business partner of ours.
Okay, so not sure at the minute. Cool.
I don't want to miss answer for anything that, you know, on that admin side of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it's just important to get that information, isn't it?
Because
for sure, if people are putting it through to a wallet, the private sale funds, then it's important that we know that you know, the KYC and docs information. Okay.
Well, we haven't spoken about your tokenomics yet. What's your breakdown of your tokenomics in terms of where your taxes going and stuff?
Yeah, so in the we have a 12% buy and sell tax. So 4% of the marketing, or on the buy and sell tax, will be 4% goes to marketing, 2% will go to dev, 2% will go to the liquidity pool, 2% will go to utility, and 2% will go back into gaming. And then the tokenomics actual breakdown of the coin is 30% pre-sale, 20% liquidity, 20% in-game tokens, 10% exchange pool, 10% private sale, and then 10% will be like team tokens, and that's vesting at 0.5% a month, and that'll be towards, you know, following all the celebrities and whoever we need. A lot of people are already on deck, and you know, I'm not. They're just in it for the extra monetized platform. So, but some bigger artists, you know, you'll have to give them a little bit of incentive to, you know, with it having such an early platform. So,
have you established what the LP ratio is going to be yet?
Excuse me?
I was going to say, have you established what the LP ratio is going to be yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Just a question regarding that 2% dev tax. Is that going towards the metaverse? Is that what you're using to expand the metaverse? Yeah.
Yeah, that's going towards.
How much are you hoping to put into it to start with, or how much have you put into it now, and how much are you hoping to put into it at launch?
You know, man, I can't answer how much we're hoping to put into it. Like I said, man, it's happening anyways. So we don't need to raise anything to make it happen. So that's really not been a thought of like, hey, we need X to keep going, because we already have it set up to keep going.
No worries. We've had people in here before that think it's possible to build a full metaverse of like 200K, and you know the realistic figures are kind of like $1 million plus. So it's just a question.
Yeah, no. I mean, look, like I said, dude, it's happening. I mean, I know there's some answers I can't, or some questions I can't answer. You know, again, dude, I am the, you know, kind of brains.
I appreciate that.
Step, you know, so there's some admin stuff, dude, that you know I'll have to get answers for you guys on, but I mean, everything's properly set up. It's just I don't want to speak illy on that and speak out of line. But as far as the finances go to continue, I mean, we're way beyond even needing to worry about raising the funds. Like I said, man, we don't even have to. I don't need to raise the funds to keep going. That wasn't the initial thought behind AtEM. So I get it. I mean, there's everything you see that we've posted or Quinn's posted. You know, video. That's all programmed gaming. You know, original to AtEM. So I mean, it's all a working entity already. I mean, most people have a pipe dream. Whereas we went the complete fucking opposite route and decided to build the thing and then, you know, get it funded aftermath. So
cool. Just following on from that, then, what's the 100 be it private for? What's that fund for?
I mean, you know, obviously, dude, it'd be great to be able to open up more marketing and
Okay.
you know, and dev. I mean, it's all about marketing at this stage, you know, especially now that it's a community driven, you know, platform. I mean, I do a ton of marketing for a lot of brands and music and film, TV, obviously. But so, you know, that's basically going to go into driving, you know, marketing on the coin.
And as you just stated, you know how much it costs to do the technology part. We keep our hands on, you know, the cutting edge technology, the most cutting edge technology that we can, to keep it going. So as long as there's continuation there, like we can continue to step up a notch, which will make things go faster, because with what we already have, it's moving faster than you know what's everything else has been. So I think that with those private sale pre-sales, those caps will help drive it to go faster as well.
Understood. What are you using to build the metaverse?
Currently, we're using Unreal Engine.
Cool. Sorry, Mark. Carry on, mate.
So the pre-sale, how much of that is going into the LP?
Of the pre-sale, we're at least 60%.
60%. Okay, and the rest towards marketing and development, or what?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be split between dev and market. Probably mainly marketing. Like I said, the development of it, we've kind of got that on lock. So. Okay.
Just going back to the actual metaverse itself then. So 6 to 8 months before the first stage is ready for launch, what can we expect at that point?
Quinn?
You can expect to be able to experience the world in AtEM. So like the app will give you a really good expectation of what to expect first day when you move into the universe of AtEM, when you establish your position, however you choose to do such. If you play the app, it is set up to be a tutorial of sense and the first experience of AtEM. So I would encourage anybody who wants to get into AtEM to go ahead and download the app when it comes out. Download that one player experience so that you can understand how to make money. You can understand where to go make money, to make your dreams or your ambitions come true in AtEM. It will be fully ready. It'll be ready for everything that we've stated up to this point. And on the roadmap, you'll see when we release the roadmap, it'll be in accordance with that.
Okay. And do you have artists lined up already?
Yeah, there's plenty of people, man. I probably have over 40 to 50 artists that are lined up. We're actually building stuff out for some of them currently that Quinn showed in the gameplay. We haven't really mentioned who they are yet, but I mean on a daily basis, man, I deal with plenty of touring clients, people on TV. You know, we had an AMA a couple weeks ago. Dallas Austin was in it. Dallas Austin will be building out the Dad building. There'll be everything to do with Dallas's past in there. Like I said, man, there's some stuff that's coming back from TLC stuff that we're creating some NFTs around for Dallas. There's, I personally manage a bunch of artists. We had Kelly Dowd. Kelly was on an AMA earlier. Kelly's She was in the show Billions and on the show Lucifer. So Kelly's she's a singer right now, a country singer. So we have stuff going on with Kelly. Plenty of people in that world in my pocket. That is the one thing that I know confidently can bring. And
sorry, breaking up a little bit there.
Oh, sorry about that. I said that's the one thing that I'm not concerned about, dude, is having celebrity presence inside of it. It's my daily, it's my daily job. So it's really easy to, I manage them or whatever. So it's fairly simple to bring in artists, especially when there's, money on the table. That's where Quinn and I needed to prove a working entity. So when I take it to some of these people, Jeremy Renner types, etc., they can see how it's going to create them, revenue, and then that's an easier sell. Bringing an idea to someone like that doesn't work. You got to bring them a platform that's, hey, bro, this is what it does. This is how it works. You can see your money going from point A to point B to your wallet, and that's why we went the opposite way and developed first. So.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. On the NFT side, what's the utility behind that? Is there a utility link to it?
Right now we're in speaks with a few different NFT companies. I have close friends that run some big NFT spots, marketplaces that we're probably going to bring in and let them run that end of it.
But the current NFTs, the utility were, like you mentioned before, like some people got plots of lands. Some, I think there's a couple people who bought the mansions. There were a lot of the lower tier ones. What was the plaques were bought, plaques and gravestones. But the utilities that they got with that, some people like got land, some people got property, and some people just got a permanent commemoration inside of the world right now.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Sounds good. Have we got any questions, Toby, from anybody?
Yeah, there's a couple from the chat, mate. Hang on. So
I got a couple too whenever you guys are.
Yeah, go on, David. You fire ahead, mate, with your question while I look this one up, mate.
Yeah, so I just wanted to follow up with the NFT part of it with the utility and everything. I understand that they got the NFTs. My specific question is like on the mansion, what's the actual utility and what do they earn for holding that NFT? Because usually when there's a utility attached, it's charged into the NFT, into the smart contract, where you are rewarded with something for holding that particular NFT, unless you're saying that it is just a art NFT.
So the mansion inside of AtEM comes with gigantic benefits. For one, it's going to be in the most, obviously it's going to be visible from probably every part of the city, local part of the city. And it has the capability of having and hosting experiences inside of there. For example, say if you have some huge artist like Dallas Austin and he has his in AtEM, you can walk in his mansion and you can explore maybe mini games that he has worked with us to create. From those mini games, it generates you, him, and AtEM coin. From the experiences that they set up, it doesn't have to be a mini game, but in the mansions that's built out right now, there is a mini game. So that's the one I'm referencing. But it can be any kind of experience, from like a concert. And we're thinking it can go very, very artsy with the artist team that I was working with, like Lucas mentioned before in Georgia. They've got capability to do things where it's like we can create experiences that's like really, really fun and only could be done in digital. So those kind of experiences would generate cash and AtEM coin, and they could only be done in places like a mansion or stadium or the mall if you rented it out. But having the mansion is just having that space to do things and make that much more.
Yeah, I understand all that and everything. From a developer standpoint, everything, usually that would be tied into a smart contract where it had those features for that specific. And NFT. So that was my specific question. Is there a smart contract attached to it
Yes.
to be able to implement those utilities? And if it is, can you provide that contract?
We can't. I can't provide it right this second, but I can provide the contract. Yes, it is. It is connected to the blockchain. That NFT will vest over time for like the mansion for resale value and everything.
Perfect. So it'll be different than the minting contract address. It'll be a separate contract for the utility. Yeah, I'd be curious to see that. My other question is, I understand you said it was open engine, what the technology is built on, and so just so I understand everything, the definition of metaverse. So you're saying that we'll be able to go onto the app and everything, and almost like a 2D game, just like I would play on Xbox or whatever. I'll be able to run around the town like an open world, like GTA 5. Is there any plan to implement it as a true metaverse and go VR or VA with it?
So there's plans, and there's already moves being made to do the VR version. However, we know that the common man, the common gamer, doesn't have the VR unless you're talking about the Oculus, which Oculus is a closed system. So for VR, we have made steps there. We are still working. Like the ultimate goal is to have a VR headset that is AtEM, right? But we've been in talks with a company that Lucas knows, Black Magic. Hopefully things can go there, but that's our goal, is to have a headset there. But the other part of that is we want to fully extend AtEM into XR, extended reality. That means we want to hit AR. And so we have been talking with clubs and different bars and spots, like lots of big places in LA and Chicago, trying to implement the AR portions of AtEM inside of there. So when you walk in, you can have an AR experience of AtEM there. Right. And then, like I said, the VR is you know, we need to make that perfect. And I have experienced the VR that is out, and I know what we need. So I don't want to implement it on those platforms, not right now.
Right. So at this point, it's not really per se a metaverse as much as it is a gaming verse, right? Because the definition of a metaverse is where you actually immerse yourself into it and you're physically able to interact with it just as if you were in the real world. That is the true definition of a metaverse.
Yes, and that's what you was getting. Like Quinn stated, man, it's already there's AR mode.
Through virtual reality and everything that you described. And again, I think it's a great niche market. I think what you guys are doing, the outline of it, is a great market, and there is a need for it. My concern is the words metaverse.
Understand, and the metaverse
the reason why
is a term. I got you. The metaverse is a term that it explains the digital world that you can experience. A better word for it would be nexus. That's a more technical term for it. It's a nexus. It's a digital world where you can experience, and it connects to the real world. And so that's why we called it a metaverse, because it does connect to the real world, meaning that things that happen inside of AtEM do influence the actual real world and opposite.
Nexus, and that is what your game is. I am on board with that 100%. The word metaverse, again, just from a developer standpoint, because I have a developer account with Oculus and have built in those APIs, right? So that's where the confusion in the name with the AtEM metaverse being backwards and where you're actually immersing yourself. Because even today, like if we play Xbox or the PlayStation, all of the things that we do there as well, as far as like buying stuff and everything, that does translate some of that to the real world, because some of that has already been implemented. And then Xbox and all is already starting to take some crypto as well. The problem with going into the VR, you actually have to be able to bring those digital arts or digital works and utility into a VR situation, right? Especially like in the Oculus. And currently right now, there's no way to implement crypto into the Oculus or any other headset. From that standpoint, you have to do it separately on a NFT marketplace and then give out a coupon code that they purchase with cash from inside those systems, because they're about 3 to 5 years out on that, if we're being clear. So again, that was my only confusion, was the word metaverse used in your platform.
Understood. Like I said, we've been researching and keeping our eye on the right way to do things. As metaverse is early in its development right now, it's very, very frontier land. HTC Vive has been working on something that you were just stating, or something similar to what you're stating, where they can have the capabilities to run that kind of technology on a headset. So as it continues, we will be keeping our eye out for that technology until it comes. But if we have to create it on our own, meaning connect with the companies that are there, we do have a few prospects right now that we have been in talks with.
And since we're nowhere near, the ability to launch a full game, we're still in dev mode. Obviously, you see what we're creating. There is time for that. I think Quinn we've done some experimenting with a few of the headsets that are out there, and he wasn't, trying to find the right words for it. wasn't impressed with how it would translate over. So that's, we still have time to implement that action inside of it. But the idea is to create, a full blown metaverse with all the engagement.
Sure, and I appreciate that answer and everything. I had a few more questions and everything, but I think I'll kind of start to open it up for some other people and everything. I do have one last question and everything. The funds that you guys did raise and everything for the NFT sales, can you tell us what that money went directly to fund, and if so, the amount that was raised?
All that's been going into the current marketing that's going to be happening. That's coming up right now. We probably raised through NFT sales. I mean, it's probably 40 BNB. Wasn't a ton, but we weren't going for a ton. We were trying to just get community involvement, with people holding some assets and, being involved and create hype. I mean, like for the app, we're going to launch a competition, find the first person to find 5 guitars, wins $5,000 cash. So we're just trying to get involvement from people. It wasn't about raising funds. I mean, that money went straight back into creating, marketing for the coin and the platform.
Good question, David.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Appreciate it, man. So just a couple of text questions from LL. I'm guessing they can't talk. That's why they're writing in text. Probably might not have time for them all, but one of them is quite good. It seems like the focus is on monetizing for the artists and entertainers. How does the crypto investor earn money through the project? So obviously, other than through the token going up in price, how else do they earn money?
How else does the holder of the coin earn money? Or if they're purchasing? I mean, those are two different aspects, man. Is he only holding coin, or is he creating, engaging in the actual platform itself?
Well, you can touch on both, I guess. I'm not too sure what he's asking.
I'll say if someone's only holding coin, if you're only holding coin, you're not participating at all in the experience. Then you just bank on the coin going up based on the more hype the AtEM gets and the more partnerships that we make.
And you see the liquidity pool is, you're talking 22%, liquidity pool on it. I mean, we're not starving that LP by any means, man. We're trying to, drive the coin. There's a lot more rhyme or reason behind the coin, even from the artist aspect of it. Once you start having artists redirecting royalties to the AtEM coin, from these DSPs and stuff, now you're feeding into the coin even more. So artists are reaping a higher royalty. So I mean, these are very loaded, long loaded questions.
But how I'm guessing the app's going to reveal how people can participate and earn in the game as well, right? When that comes out.
Correct. It will give you experience to have mock AtEM coins, because it is only a single player experience. You'll have mock AtEM coins, and you'll be able to see how that can grow, and you'll also see how you can spend it.
All right, cool. And there was another question from him I quite liked, which was, what's planned in the interim of the 6 to 8 months of the metaverse being developed to keep people holding and rewarding diamond hands? Any staking or farming?
Yeah, we have staking implemented. That'll be coming out. That announcement will be coming out too. We've already got that worked out. So, and the Apple update with new features and new artists will be announcing, celebrity engagement and activities. Basically, if you hold X coin, you'll be able to participate in X event, while we're still in pre-launch mode.
Cool. Just 2 quick questions from me as well, if that's all right. In terms of marketing, what's your plan pre-launch and after launch?
I mean, look, all that'll come out too, man. I mean, I have massive ties with everything from lifestyle magazines to crypto influencers to online hustles, social media stuff. So I mean, we're pretty much gonna. I have a PR guy that works for me. We brought in another PR company that we're in the middle of negotiating with currently. That'll be getting a lot of lifestyle avenues for us and crypto stuff. So there's a lot coming in that planet, man. I mean, personally myself, I've been in Rob Report, I've been in Forbes, I've been in a lot of magazines of that stature. So I mean, I'm sure there will be follow-up articles. Not a problem with companies like that.
Cool. Combined with some traditional crypto marketing, I guess.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah. Cool. And the other thing, your private sale. So you said that was on the 9th of March. Is that right? 100 BNB. How are you capping that if it's going direct to a market? Are you refunding people if it goes over 100? Or are you?
Yeah, if it goes over 100, it'll be refunded.
Okay.
And
Mark, sorry, mate.
No, obviously it's off the the scan timestamp and everything. So.
Yep. Yeah, understood. Yeah, Mark, hand over to you, mate.
Is there any other last community questions? Anybody? Nigel, you're unmuted. Did you want to ask something?
Yeah, hi guys. I have a question for Lucas, if that's all right.
Sure.
I can see on the Telegram that you guys are having a pre-sale on Pink Sale, and you guys saying that the coins that you guys gonna buy back the coins to avoid them selling. So my question is, have you guys done a research on the pods that you may possibly be launching? Did you compare other launch pads? Because there are some pods which will give you a token back. You don't have to buy them back. They will never sell it and stuff like that. And also if I can ask 2 questions in one. So, and how confident are you that you can fill 500 BNB in the pre-sale?
Very confident. I'm not. I mean, originally we were going to go for a way bigger nut, and I backed it down because we don't need it. So it's not worth trying to fill something that we're not necessarily even needing to fill. So we scaled it back a bunch. Again, man, I mean, this is a platform that was happening with or without the coin, so it didn't. It's raising the funds isn't necessary. So we backed that down to 500. I mean, as far as the launchpad goes, man, I mean, we're just taking into consideration everything, and some of the people that are consulting us in that area, and we just decided. I decided as a that platform's used a lot, and the buying back, keeping them from dumping and buying back the tokens. I mean, it's kind of a, that was an option. I mean, I'm trying to go with what seems to be the most vetted and safest way. So
I see. All right, great. Thanks, man. So actually, you're saying that you have a community to fill that kind of pre-sale, or maybe private investors, or a group.
We have a community to fill it, no problem.
I see. Thanks, man. Great answer. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nigel.
Cheers, Nigel. Anybody else with any questions? Feel free to unmute yourself if you've got any questions. Otherwise, I will ask one final question.
Hit it.
Okay, Lucas, there is one more question we like to ask here at the Legit Crypto Lounge. For us, the long-term success of a project can't be achieved without a clear vision from the team behind the project. So my final question to you is, at what point does this project become a success to you?
Well, we can't hear you, bro. You sound like you're in a fucking tunnel. So if you can repeat, that would be great.
So basically in here, we have a kind of a final question to ask you guys. And that is, when does the project become a success to you? When do you see it as a success?
I mean, right now it's a success, dude. I mean, I'm proving the shit that Quinn and I are in development doing is proving that there's a lot more ways out there for entertainers and artists and fans to engage with each other and create revenue, dude. I mean, there's just some of the things that Quinn and I have cooked up as far as utility wise is 100% a success, dude. You're turning a royalty, you're turning at best premium royalty of a third of a penny in Spotify into, possibly double or triple that just by having some engagement. So that right there is just a success, dude. As soon as this thing, as soon as we get all this little bullshit out, so everybody knows it's we're doxed and real and everything, man. We can get back to doing what we're doing and creating a platform that will be usable here shortly.
Appreciate that. Thanks for the time. Have you got anything else you want to say?
No, thanks for having us.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
we're definitely probably not your normal crypto bunch, dude, or any platform that you guys normally see or get, but we may be a little slow in that area, Quinn and I. And again, we were planning on having a third party on this call to answer some of those questions. But as far as the dev goes and the utility ideas behind it, I mean, it's absolutely a cutting edge marketplace, dude, that does not exist. So and there's a lot of, I'll say this, there's a lot of people out there who state they can do X, Y, and Z and bring this person to this platform and this and this and this, but they're out there trying to spend 2 million, 3 million, throwing money around, and that doesn't have to happen in our world. I mean, I have these personal relationships. I've made these people money. I make them money on a daily. So it's when I have a platform that works and it's creating revenue, they're going to listen and they're going to jump in, and we're not going to have to, pay a celebrity to announce, hey, go check out AtEM, that they're not even on, there will be an active member of the platform. So that is one huge thing that'll separate what we are doing from everybody else out there, dude.
I appreciate that, man. Good response. And if anyone's got any further questions for the more technical side, they can jump into your Telegram, I guess, and have a chat with your team members that might be more expertise in that zone, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
I do have one more before you close out.
Didn't catch that, mate.
Just one question. Yeah, is it okay if I just ask one more quick thing before you close it out?
Go on, one more.
Yeah, to joiner and everything. Would it be possible for you to tell us what your full name is? Because you have mentioned quite a few creators and artists and everything that you are the manager for. Would you be willing to state your full name to be able to verify those things?
My name's Lucas Joyner. You can visit my website at www.summitartsgroup.com, and my past work history is there. I've worked with everybody from Chanel West Coast to Cassie Ventura to King 810 to Combi Christ to Xena Wild to Kelly Dow to Dallas Austin. I was the owner of a Monster Energy. I was the owner of a Monster Energy Supercross team in 2014, 2015. Helped
finish, bro.
Go on there, dude. It's a good 10-minute read. Have fun.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Can you guys hear me okay now, by the way?
Just one last thing. I mean, we have your first name, last name. Just send me your last four and your mom's maiden name.
I'll leave I'm a smartass, so I'll leave my response to that on the table. So we'll call it that, okay?
Yeah. Thanks, man. Just joking. Yeah.
Appreciate your time, guys. Thank you.
Just one. Can you hear me okay, by the way, guys?
Yeah.
Just want to say for those wanting to take part in your private sale, is it whitelisted?
No.
The pre-sale is whitelisted. There's still spots available that are going out through call channels and everything. I believe the private sales, that's just going to be a fucking public free-for-all. So that's kind of a first come, first serve. When it's out type deal. So just watch the community for the wallet address and everything, and we'll go from there.
Cool. Sounds good. Right. Great stuff. Thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries, dude. Apologize if we couldn't answer, certain things for you, but we're doing our best here.
Yeah, that's so good. People can follow up in your community anyway, can't they? So that's fine.
Thanks a lot, guys.
We appreciate it.